Welcome back to CVTV News, brought to you by Germantic Community College. Deirdre, I understand there's some goings on at Walmart and in Stafford County. They're pretty bizarre.
Yes, this is quite the story. Buckle up and hang on. This is a tale of stolen goods, inebriated drivers, and lots of lies.
Oh, love it.
So this makes for a good story, at least on TV anyway. The shoplifting account at Walmart on Saturday led to the arrest of several suspects, including 2 wanted suspects by deputies with the Stafford County Sheriff's Office. On March 23, 2019, Sheriff's Deputy Connolly responded to reports of a larceny at the Walmart on Garrisonville Road. A witness observed the suspects leave the parking lot in a white Nissan heading eastbound on Garrisonville Road. They were observed stealing several miscellaneous items, including a bicycle, vacuum, and microwave. Deputy Connolly located the suspect vehicle as it was leaving the parking lot of the Wawa located further down Garrisonville Road. He subsequently conducted a traffic stop and observed several items, and guess what they were? A bicycle, a vacuum, and a microwave. There were 4 occupants in the car. The driver was identified as Pearl Quinn, 45, of Fredericksburg. Deputy Connolly asked her to exit the vehicle and noticed she was unsteady on her feet. The deputy also detected the odor of alcohol. After talking with...
I bet she was drunk.
I think that's a good guess. After talking with the loss prevention office at Walmart, deputies learned that Quinn had not entered the store, but she was taken into custody and incarcerated at the Rappahannock Regional Jail on a $1,500 secured bond for driving under the influence and driving on a revoked license as a habitual offender. The deputy had talked to the other passengers. They were identified as William Brown Jr., 67, of Manassas, and Tammy Tibbs, 41, of Manassas. Wire cutters and an owner's manual for the stolen bike were found in Brown's pockets. He was taken into custody and served with other outstanding warrants for larceny-related charges out of Prince William County. Tibbs was charged with grand larceny and conspiracy to commit larceny. She was taken into custody and incarcerated at the Rappahannock Regional Jail on $2,000 secured bond. The third passenger initially identified himself by the fictitious name of Manuel Rosa. However, a loss prevention employee recognized him as a wanted subject named Jonathan Rios, 38, of Fredericksburg, who was wanted out of Fredericksburg City on probation violations and larceny-related charges. Rios has also stolen TVs from the Walmart located at 11 Village Parkway on March 10, 2019, and March 13th, and then on March 21st. Rios was observed stealing a TV from the Walmart at Garrisonville Road. This was not his lucky day. Deputy Connolly confronted the suspect about the fictitious name, prompting him to tell the deputy his name was actually Jose Rivera. He showed the deputy a traffic summons from March 18, 2019 to prove his identity. However, once at the sheriff's office, the suspect admitted he was Jonathan Rios. Rios was taken into custody and served his outstanding warrants. He was also charged with grand larceny, conspiracy to commit larceny, providing false identity to law enforcement, and identity theft. He was incarcerated at the Rappahannock Regional Jail without bond.
I think that was a good call on the magistrates. Yes, I don't think you could trust that guy outside of jail. At CVTV, we enjoy our local history and particularly like to share some little-known but interesting historical tidbits. This one may well take you by surprise. Everybody knows that the Wright brothers made the first successful airplane flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina back in December of 1903. But did you know that the honor of being the first in flight, that's on the North Carolina state license tag, almost, emphasis on the word almost, happened in Stafford County. It was a great undertaking. Dr. Samuel Langley, who ran the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., and the famous inventor Alexander Graham Bell, inventor of the telephone, worked on the project for years. They even had the support from the U.S. Army. And on October of 1903, their project was ready for testing. They were going to fly the first airplane. The concept was innovative. They would launch the airplane from a barge, well, it sort of looked like a houseboat, using a catapult, like modern aircraft carriers do today. In this regard, they were way ahead of their time. Their engineer, mechanic, and pilot, C.M. Manley, even built one of the first aluminum cast engines to make the craft light enough. The big day came on October 3, 1903, just off the Whitewater Peninsula in North Stafford. They thought they were about to make history, and there was anticipation in the air. But the craft got caught in the catapult, tossing the pilot the unlucky C.M. Manley into the drink, but he survived. And a few days later, they tried again. Unfortunately, this time the craft just couldn't get airborne. Once again, C.M. Manley was in the water. The inventors decided to go back to the drawing board, but before they could give it another try, the Wilbur and Orville Wright team, launching their airplane on the windswept beaches of North Carolina's Outer Banks, made their first flight that put them, and not Dr. Langley, in the history books.
That's a great history tidbit. It was a controversial decision and the vote was close, but the Stafford County School Board, by a vote of 4-3, approved a new elementary school redistricting plan. The process began 9 months ago and started with hiring a consultant to develop 3 basic plans. Through numerous work sessions and public hearings, the plans have morphed and changed. The plan that was voted on last night, as identified simply as Plan E2-1, the elegantly named E2-2 plan affects 3,036 students and splits 9 neighborhoods. For some communities, this represents a massive change. Entire neighborhoods like Aquia Harbor, one of Stafford's largest communities, will see its elementary school children from nearby Anne E. Moncure Elementary School to Hampton Oaks Elementary School. Students from the Embry Mill neighborhood will move to Winding Creek Elementary School and attend Park Ridge Elementary School. It was noted that students making their transfer will see 4 other elementary schools on their morning and afternoon bus rides. The plan has stoked extensive controversy, particularly on social media, and with 3 school board seats up for election in November, it's likely to be an important issue at election time.
It sure will be.
Yes, and now over to the weather desk with Kara Colucci. Kara?
More sunshine, please.
Hello, Fredericksburg. I'm Kara Colucci with your CVTV weekend weather update for Central Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to have a wonderful weather weekend this weekend. That's right, say that 3 times quickly. We are going to have a wonderful weather weekend because on Friday we are looking at highs in the mid-70s. That's right, you heard me correctly. Mid-70s on Friday. It is going to be partly cloudy. Those clouds are going to be intermittent all throughout the day, but it's going to be nice and warm. And if you like 75, you are going to love Saturday, where we're looking at highs in the mid to upper 70s. That's right, mid to upper 70s. We're getting close to 80 degrees, boys and girls. It's going to be a beautiful one. However, those clouds are going to linger throughout the day, and we are looking at some light showers after midnight that will continue on into Sunday morning. They should taper off and be out by mid-afternoon, and we are looking at highs in the low 60s once again. So, beautiful Friday, beautiful Saturday, on the Sunday, but a great weekend overall, just in time for the very first day of April. And that's not an April Fool's joke. All right, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you here next weekend. I'm Kara Colucci with CVTV Weekend Weather.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.